Good morning guys, welcome back to yet again another video. If you guys are new here, I am Lucky and I hope you guys can enjoy your stay. Now today we're going to be working on the GTI again. Last time we got that thing driving for the first time in a whole 10 years. If you guys missed out on that video though, I'll leave it in the top corner. But today we are hopefully going to get the whole body kit mounted and make this thing look 10 times better. So I'm really excited. And I just came here to film an intro and I think the 46 is leaking a whole lot of coolant, which isn't good. So I'll probably have to deal with that too. So let's head to the shed so we can get some work done. Turn that off. That might be the reason why we're leaking a bunch of coolant. Really hope this thing doesn't overheat on the way. Alrighty, well, we're now at the shed. I want to sort out this coolant situation. I just want to see what it's coming from. It seemed to have only done it when I had the heater on, because when I was up on top of the mount, it was freezing cold, and I usually don't run any air conditioning or heater on any of my cars. I don't know why, but you know, I'm just a windows down type of guy. But yeah, I knew that a little while ago the expansion tank had a little leak, and it is definitely leaking, but it seemed to be a lot more than usual. And there's nothing on the ground, so I think I'm okay. I don't want to bore you guys with that because, I mean, we're here for the GTI, am I right? So I want to go ahead and flip this thing around, and I'll show you guys what we're going to be installing today. Whilst this thing started, let's go take this thing for a drive. I actually did fix the boost issue, so I'll talk to you guys about that. Alrighty, so we found out that the boost issue was the N75 valve not working. Now, for you guys that don't know what an N75 is pretty much the factory boost controller for the car, and it just wasn't working at all, which was stopping us from being able to create any boost. So now the car completely boosts, and I'll put a little sound clip of what it sounds like right now. But otherwise, yeah, a top out, have a look at what this car looks like right now, and then by the end of this video we'll be able to compare, because we're going to be putting on some spicy body kit today. Very excited. Alrighty, well, as you guys saw in the last video, we got the GTI finally driving. This thing has gone through a lot of change in my ownership, and prior to me owning, this thing sat for an additional 6 years. So overall, this car in my ownership and prior sat for 10 years and now is actually driving. So we're going to be giving it a bit of love with some new body kit and new panels today, and all of them are OEM, if that gives you an idea. So let's head back to the shed and I'll show you guys what we're doing. Okay, so before we can get the new kit on, we got to take off the old stuff. Luckily for me, I didn't really screw on anything, so it's all just quick release. So let's take off the front one as well, and then we can actually sort out the new stuff. There we go, front lip off as well. Alrighty, well, right in front of us right now is an anniversary body kit I imported from the UK. It took me about 3 years to source all the parts. I know it's just skirts, a rear valance, and a front lip, but these are getting seriously scarce. And in Australia, I really don't know anybody that has a full, genuine anniversary body kit. This cost me a pretty penny to import it from the UK, and I'm so glad I finally have it, because this thing is going to look really good. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty sick of people putting R32 bumpers onto GTIs. If I wanted an R32, I'd just go get one. No hate if you have an R32 bumper, but enough said. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this lip kit on, because I am beyond excited to see what this thing is gonna look like. So let's get to it. Alrighty, well, I think it is fitting to start with the booty of the GTI, in my opinion, my favorite angle of the Mark IV. And yeah, let's chuck the valance on and see if this thing fits up. I reckon that's good. I think the fitment's nice, especially on that side. What do you reckon? Shit's mint. Alright, bring it over my way a bit. Alright. I might have to take the actual rear bumper off. Alright, give her a little wipe down. But damn, does that look good. I'll probably have to get my exhaust moved a little bit down because it's really like up against it right now. But otherwise, this car looks actually quite a lot lower in the rear. I feel like this lip sits a lot lower. And yeah, let's get onto the skirts. It's like Christmas, but in March. Oh my God, I've been waiting to unbox these, not gonna lie. This car's gonna be mismatched in like 3 or 4 different colors by the end of this video. That's gonna be kind of funny. But we gotta figure out how we're gonna install these skirts because from factory, they're all siliconed on, which is kind of weird. You got like 2 screw tabs on one end and none on the other. It sort of just holds onto the edge of the wheel liner sort of thing. And then yeah, you got silicone underneath the car on these tabs as well. So kind of weird because I'm used to a lot of them just sort of being screwed on. So I don't know. Let's size these up and get them on the car. Okay, second one going on. They're sort of just being held in place by themselves at the moment. Yeah, I think these look really good. They're nice and subtle, but they don't look, you know, out of place. They look nice and they fit the body lines really well. But more importantly, they're not R32 skirts. Alrighty, the piece of resistance, the front lip. I can't tell you how hard it was to actually get this. I mean, a genuine one of these is not cheap. I think it cost me just as much for this single piece as it did for the side skirts and the rear valance. These things are highly sought after and I'm very thankful that I was able to score one of these. So let's chuck it on the car. There you go. Damn, bro, that completely changes it. Next on the list are the side mirrors. I have some new ones that I want to put in its place. I'm not a massive fan of the way the factory side mirrors look, so these are some rare Jap spec R32 stubby mirrors. Now, in comparison, they are significantly smaller than the factory mirrors. I just think they look a lot cooler. Maybe I won't be able to see behind me as much, but honestly, I don't really care too much. I'm not going to be driving this thing every day, all day. So I'm pretty excited to see how these look. Yeah, let's chuck these things on. Alrighty, now that that one's done, let's go ahead and do the other side so we have a matching pair. Well, would you look at that? I've been wanting to do this for so long. After years of collecting this kit, it is looking so good. Obviously, it is about 5 different colors now, and the skirts fell off. I don't know how I want to mount those because factory they're siliconed on, and if I ever want to take them off, I have to pull off that silicone. So I'll have to figure out another way to mount those skirts, but I'll just have them hung up for now so we can have a look at what it looks like with it all together outside. Now behind the camera, I did swap out the diverter valve. Now in the last video, we swapped out this GFB diverter valve for the stock one because I thought that was our boost issue, but after disconnecting the wastegate off the N75 valve, we then fixed our boost issue and we were boosting really, really well. And I think that's our issue. So I went ahead and swapped out the N75 valve and put the GFB diverter valve back on. And hopefully this thing runs really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing for a test drive and see what this thing looks like out in the sun.
Was that you doing that?
Oh, no, I think the diverter valve's opening up too soon.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, we got no boost again.
Let's go.
Sounds cool though. Alrighty. I'm coming to get you, Harley. There you go, sir.
Hello, sir.
Alrighty, without the skirts, it's a bit sad, but that rear valance, damn. It makes the rear end sit so much lower. That looks so good. And the front too. Damn. It's rough to not look at it with the skirts though. I'll see if I can just chuck one on now. Alright, throwing the skirts on. They're practically just barely hanging on, but look at that. Man, that's gonna look so good on bags. I want this thing to like pretty much sit on the ground when it's bagged. I'm not too sure if I'll go down to 17-inch rims, but damn. This has been a dream. My first car was a Golf and now I have a GTI with a full anniversary kit on it. The stubbies are so good too. That's so cool. All it's missing is a wing. Just needs the silver hatch to be on it. I think this will look so sick. Side angle though, I mean the side skirts are kind of sagging at the moment because they're not really held on, but what comedic timing was that? That's funny. Well, I've just chucked the side skirts back inside the car. I really don't know how I'm going to mount them. Give me some ideas because I really don't want to have to silicone them on, and if I ever need to take them off, it's just going to be a pain in the ass. So I don't know. Maybe there's another way. I don't really want to screw into and, you know, at least have them visible. I don't mind if there's screws underneath it, but holding against the sill is going to be a bit of a challenge. But yeah, otherwise this thing looks so damn good. Now, whilst we're on this sort of making cars look good journey, I think we're gonna head back to the shed because I have one little thing I've been wanting to do to the S3 for a little while, and if you know, you know, and it's gonna make it look a whole lot better. So let's drive back. Yeah, it's not really building boost. That diverter valve is way too soft. I'm gonna have to get a different screw for it because, yeah, it was better with the factory one on it. Alrighty, now that we have the S3 in the garage, you guys might be wondering, what are we doing to it? Because we haven't really touched this thing in a little while, and that is the rear fitment. This thing is absolutely atrocious. I mean, that wheel gap is so bad. Now I know you guys are probably going to flame me for this, but I'm going to be putting some pretty big spacers onto where I've looked for months and months. You can't find 5x100 RPF ones in a good staggered setup, or even just a set of two. I would take 9.5 wide inch rims. I don't care. I've looked so long for some silver 17-inch 5x100 RPF ones for this car, and I can't find them. I could possibly buy them brand new, but I can't be. And like, I mean, with the budget for the cars that I have already, it's not really there. So I got some spaces for them, and hopefully it makes the fitment look a lot better, because this is really bad and it's been an eyesore ever since I've put them on. So let's chuck these spacers on. These hub-centric rings have like no tolerance, so that's why they're a bit of a pain in the ass, but we got to take them out actually right now. So alrighty, flame me in the comments all you want. I know these things are gigantic. This is pretty less than ideal, but I'm sick of having to look at the back wheels. The fitment is horrible, I know, but let's chuck these bad boys on. Chuck some Loctite, that is too much. Just rub it onto that one. Might have to cut the wheel liner a bit. I hope there isn't a harness in there.
Yep.
Do you like my seat? Nice little fresh RPF one. New decor for the shed. Talking to spec. Very nice.
Very nice.
Don't want these long johns falling off, because I don't want my wheels to fall off. That's the last thing I want to happen. All right, new hub conversion. Fuck, that's massive. But hopefully it fixes our fitment. There we go. All right, well, these are only temporary. They gave me some open end nuts. I will have to get some aftermarket ones. I'm not too sure which ones I want to get yet, but with open end, they can like rust or have issues. So yeah, want to get some closed end nuts later down the track, but these will do for now. It's pretty warm in here. It was cold this morning, and then it's freaking hot now. I'm sweating my ass off. Alrighty, well, in the air, it's looking pretty damn good. I'm just worried about inside the wheel liner. There's like a bit of a bump on the inside, and if it sits further up in there, it might rub, but I guess we'll self-clearance it. Oh. It cambers in a ton though. Well, I think I might lower it down a little bit more later, but I'm gonna actually take this thing for a quick drive and see if it feels any better around corners. No rubbing, which is good.
That feels way more stable.
Fuel.
That feels way more stable.
Yeah, it feels good. Feels pretty good to me. No rubbing, which is good. That means we need to go lower. Once we're rubbing, we know we're good. This thing needs better tires. Well, I think we've made some serious progress to both my cars today. The rear has actually sorted itself out a little bit more, but I think for track fitment, I think that's well and truly acceptable. It's looking a whole lot better now. Like, it honestly could actually take a little bit more coming out, but I mean, if I plan to track this thing a little bit, I think it's almost perfect. I actually haven't told you guys, I actually got these rare Just Spec clears. I didn't end up filming it or anything like that. I sort of just put them on and test fitted them, and I thought they were really good, and I couldn't be fucked taking them back off to put them on a video. But I hope you guys like them. I know they're a bit, you know, different, but I think over time I've just gotten really used to it, and I really like the way that they look, especially with the wheels, you know, the side mirrors with being chrome. It just really fits the car, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video and enjoyed seeing the GTI with its full body kit. There is plenty more to come with the GTI. I'm still saving up a little bit for the bags, which will come very, very soon, and a respray. And I really hope we can paint this car too this year. Make sure to subscribe down below if you want to see more content from me. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.